It's 11, 12, 20, 24. At 2:06 p.m. Starting out at the bottom of the deck, I have Queen of Swords. Top of the deck, I have Wheel of Fortune. Center of the deck, I have the Artist. Put a little music on real quick. Just to cleanse the energy here. One last shuffle. Begin. Artist in the Seven of Wands. High Priestess and the Artist. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Swords and Six of Wands, Victory. Swords with the Queen of Cups. Ooh. King of Cups, Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. I want me to go long ways. Wow. Two of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Two of Cups, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords. Seven of Wands, Two of Wands. Defending your spiritual sight and vision. Queen of Swords. Whoa. Someone wanting you to drop stuff. Trying to steal your spiritual vision. Your spiritual creativity, rather. Yeah. And have you have to fight over it. Make you feel like you're fighting with spirit. Like, when will I ever come out of this well? Do my leaps of faith matter? Yeah. Direct message from the spiritual plane. about your inner union, people clicking up over it, about your stability, your magicalness, how you can bring the fire of Holy Spirit and Source to the earth as a high priestess, how you speak and communicate with love and spiritual truth, create new beginnings through it, shining like the sun. Once you in financial poverty, want to nitpick your subconscious patternings while you're trying to plant new seeds for your future. Take leaps of faith. You look like a fool to them, so what? You have 9 of Cups, right? And you're about to have 6 of Pentacles. Possibly getting a message about this. Messages from Spirit about it. Queen of Cups. Yeah. While you reflect truth and the true matter and heart of the situation emotionally. Ace of Swords, that's the truth, psychological truth of the matter. This is a tower for some people regarding their finances and their messaging about money. All their messaging about money that they've been doing. Yeah, and about your stability financially and their own. Open their head at night about it. Having to close out cycles. The Hermit shining light on ways to move forward towards psychological harmony through deep meditation and reflection upon such matters and issues that people face. Yeah, bringing people out of their head about it with strength. As a high priest with grounded spiritual insights. People throwing magic. People throwing their words around. Talking spiritual smack. We're closing out cycles of that for people. Bringing in balance and harmony. Using our mutable fire wisely. Attaining emotional completion and freedom from people who want to be juvenile in their psyche and communicate in those ways. Yeah, so we're stepping into this Empress energy. People want to 10 of Swords it. People are like, how can we end this person's psychological equilibrium? How can we clicking up over emotionality about the situation, obsession about the situation, and this person's stability in the physical, their wisdom, their truth, their 10th house, purpose. How can we make this person have to defend themselves and their spiritual views? Or how can they defend their own in the situation? When this person has eyes to see in the spirit. So, blind thievery. Blind thievery towards the Queen of Swords, who is in truce energy with themselves and with the situation. Moving to calmer emotional waters. Very, very thoughtful about spiritual matters. Knows how to communicate about spiritual matters. But they're hoping that this also represents not having energy after the first run of tactics and surviving all this nonsense. They're hoping this person will burn out. They won't have any energetic reserves to deal with things after all they've been put through. They're hoping the things stick that they've been through, putting them through. But this person doesn't let the hoe handle them. They handle the hoe. And they're in They know how to toe their own line with their work. So, looking at all the hard work they've already done as an artist, a creative spirit, how they can have new beginnings on the physical plane with it, possibly have love. They have a lot of self-love and balance within themselves, right? They're very Queen of Wands. Yeah. Their emotions are in tune with spirit and spiritual truth. And this is a form of justice being brought to the situation. They also can communicate these things very clearly, very uprightly, with love, with the love of Source. Closing out cycles, embracing their Ten of Pentacles, embracing their magic, not overworking themselves, but they've carried a lot of spiritual burdens for a lot of people for a long time. And this has led to victory for them. And a lot of people owe their little victories to this person. They are bringing a death to this form of help for people. If they have ascertained that these people are still being spiritually immature. The world has ordained this, and their worldliness is led to a final judgment on the situation at hand. Divine judgment has been called in, leaving these people up in their head, psychologically bound. They wanted this person in their head this way. Like, she can walk out of this anytime. The ropes are loose. The bindings are loose. So this is an illusionary entrapment. That they wanted to leave this person emotionally left out, feeling out in the cold. But this person is an Emperor energy, very empathic, but also very stern and wise in how they choose to use their empathy. Then we've got Five of Swords. They wanted them feeling out in the cold psychologically as well. They wanted them to become stern and rigid to a fault, and not want to let anyone in to what's really going on with them, to how gifted and talented they are. Okay. Yeah, they wanted them to be seen as debaucherous and full of ill intent. Yeah, they wanted to turn this star on. They wanted to invert this person in the eyes of others, perhaps. They wanted them to be seen as engaging in nothing but this, behind the scenes of this, or have them appear to be obsessed with being celebrated, perhaps, when really they're very intuitive and insightful. They wanted them to be seen as engaging in this, maybe as an emotional manipulator, someone who manipulates the love and care and concern and consideration of others emotionally. Options people. They wanted them heartbroken. They didn't want them to come out of suffering or to achieve emotional harmony in the Six of Cups. They didn't want them to have any companionship whatsoever, right? They wanted them to work too hard, but never feel this. And they worked very hard themselves to achieve this aim. Yup. They gossiped, they slandered, they defamated this person's character at every turn they possibly could in the physical in order to affect their finances through such gossip. In order to have them bound in a situation where they couldn't trust anyone emotionally, and they were constantly having to turn down good opportunities and offers and expressions of love from others. They wanted them juggling their finances nonstop, to the point where they wanted to leave this plane because this was all going to be too much. They wanted them to be seen as adolescent, like a teenager who just rushes into things, doesn't think, doesn't have foresight or forethought. They wanted people to extend juvenile emotional offers towards them, and they wanted them to be seen as someone who does the same by association with such types, or having such types in and out of this person's life. They didn't want them to be seen as a Queen of Pentacles, someone who is emotionally grounded and stable with it, and very abundant, incapable of being abundant because of this attitude they have that is very balanced, or capable of inner reflection, repose, and restoration of peace and order within themselves. They didn't want this person to be seen as balanced. They wanted this person to be seen as someone who rushes in from faulty thinking. They didn't want them to be seen as a King of Cups, someone with deep emotions, who is passionate, and a leader, like this person. They're saying give one more shuffle and then do a spread. Seven of Swords at the base, King of Cups up top. Now, bear in mind this narrative that I just read through, alright? 23:03 on the timer. Five of Pentacles at the base of the deck at the bottom. Wanting someone to feel left out in the cold financially. Wanting them to feel behind in the physical. Wanting them to constantly have to re-project their aims, their goals, their desires. Because they would feel left out in the cold over and over and over again. So they would have no other recourse but to restart things over and over again. Nature uses five-sided shapes to project charge. Starting out, significator, we have the Sun. That's my birthday card. Following that, for the Querent, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Completion in the physical plane, and in feeling complete and whole in your finances. Crossing for good or ill, we have Ace of Wands. New beginnings with Spirit. Always receiving new messages from Source, updates about your situation. Coming in the subconscious self, hidden helper position, we have the Knight of Cups, communicating your emotions wisely, thoughtfully. Not making faulty emotional statements or offers to people. Crowning that in the higher self message from Spirit, Wheel of Fortune. Closing out cycles, larger cycles of time, smaller cycles of time being embedded within it. Goes along with the Ten of Pentacles. Recent or distant past, Ace of Cups. New beginnings on the emotional plane. Also messages from Source and Spirit and your higher self about new beginnings on the emotional plane. Coming in the near future or not too distant future, we have the Justice card. Balancing these situations, bringing justice to the injustices that you have suffered in regards to these previously stated situations and narratives. Attitude of the Querent, we have the High Priestess. Very psychic, very gifted, very intuitive. Effects of the environment. Queen of Wands, perhaps there's a Queen of Wands or several in the environment, or trying to affect this person's attitude and shake things up in their environment. This could also represent the effect that it's creating on the person. It's making them stand upright. It's making them hold their fire. Maybe these people want a ceasefire in this situation, but they have been throwing a lot of magic, illusions, driven by emotionality, firing off at the mouth perhaps. In the hopes and fears position, we have the Two of Cups. This person hopes for this balance and harmony emotionally. Perhaps a love situation is in order, and they were looking to throw this off in this person and possibly dissuade others from interacting with this person emotionally. So that can be the hopes and fears of the others in the situation, and the hopes and fears of the person in the situation itself. Coming in the outcome position, we have the King of Pentacles. Scorching earth on the situation, bringing the fire and light of source and spirit into the physical in a grounded, stable, and very kingly way. Walking like a king upon this earth. Walking like a true vehicle for spirit and source to embody itself. Clarifying the King of Pentacles, we have the Magician card, using all the tools at your disposal to do so and to manifest and generate miracles. What looks like miracles to people. Following that, we have the Four of Wands. Stability or stagnation within this spiritual path and expression. Also can be a divine coupling or union coming in that seems very magical. That seems fated. Very stable. Stable magic. Following that, we have the Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings on the physical plane. New cycles beginning, which goes with closing out the old cycles with the Wheel of Fortune. So we have Ace of Pentacles. This person's gonna make it rain. Lots of big plans. Multiple streams of income, perhaps. That's what I'm picking up on. Clarifying those three cards that clarify the outcome. So clarifying the outcome a little further, we have the Artist, yeah. Through their artistry and creativity, they aim to achieve these goals. And possibly through collaborations with other parties in the physical who share the same aims. So getting creative on the physical plane. Left at the top of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. A lot of this hard work is already in the bag. It's already been done. This person's looking at and reassessing all of the hard work they've put in. Because as much as others may like it to be the case, they have a loving relationship with Source and Spirit and with their higher self. And no matter how much others want to have them feeling left out in the cold financially and in their physical life, they've done enough hard work to not abandon themselves that way, and that's where it really counts. Because no one can make you go through anything you're not wanting to go through, right? And they have a loving relationship with Source and are lovingly yoked towards their path, right? So, what's under this Five of Pentacles? Oh, closing out cycles. Closing out cycles, completion on their spiritual path and journey. All this hard work, all these hard struggling times they've gone through. What's under that? Why, victory, of course. What else would there be? Six of Wands. Nature uses six-sided shapes to store charge. So this person, in spite of these tactics, has worked very hard with their spiritual energy to store charge for victory. Change, transformation, rebirth, bringing a death to old cycles. Scorpio season, right? Being able to reflect on their past and their emotions, having a strong inner sense of self. This is your secret inner personality. The one not everyone gets to see, right? And through integration and union with that part of yourself and your shadow work and shadow integration work, all of that work is seeds planted for new things in the physical. Setting a new pattern. 3303 on the timer. And I think that's what I've got. Spiritual communication being at the forefront here. Yeah. Bringing it to the world. Taking leaps of faith to do so. Feeling very emotionally fulfilled with this process. Right? And it's helping them balance themselves in the physical and remain steadfast and true, harmonious. Storing the energy that leads to wealth. 6. And that's the final divine judgment on the situation. And that's what I have. So, happy 11/12, everybody. And I'm gonna end it out here. If this resonates with you, I'm happy for it. If it doesn't, and you got a few things out of it, it's also great. I bid you adieu. I wish you well. Much love. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.